One of the most popular grills in the world, if not the most popular grill in the world, is the Weber Kettle. And today I'm going to show you how to fix one of the most common things that can break on the Weber Kettle. So I have my Weber Kettle Master Touch out here. This is the kettle that has the thing that's gone wrong with it. But this type of repair will work with most of the current Weber kettles, the Performer, the Deluxe, the Master Touch. So let's get the lid off, take a look inside, and I'll show you what's wrong. So in the bottom of kettles like this, you have this 3-wing section. This is the ash sweep. If you move the lever, these go back and forth and sweep ash into the openings that dump it into the ash catcher. But occasionally, one of these wings, like this one, gets bent up. Often it happens because as you're sweeping it, something gets stuck in here, a piece of charcoal or something, and as it comes across, it gets bent up. So right here you can see it's got a good 1/4 inch that it's been lifted, and that prevents a good seal from happening in here. That's going to allow air in when you don't want air in, and it can prolong your shutdown process. Now to fix this, Weber sells a little kit. So let's go ahead and replace this, and to make it easier to do and for you to see, I'm going to put this on a little table and invert it. Now the kit that Weber sells for this comes with all you need, instructions, the parts, and they call it the one-touch cleaning system. I've found that when you do this, really the only tools you might need are a flathead screwdriver, kind of a long one, and some sort of hammer. I've got just a little mallet that I use. And do follow the instructions because there is a specific numbering order that those little wings need to go in to function properly and to fit in here. So as you can see on the bottom here, this is the little sweeping system, and this lever right here is locked in place when the kettle is assembled, and the one you put in to replace this will be locked in place too. There's a little tab inside here which sort of locks in a slot, and it doesn't just turn easily out. So what we need to do is use a little bit of force with the screwdriver and the hammer to knock that tab out of there, to free this up. So all we need to do is go through here, position our screwdriver, give it a tap, and that is usually enough. And there we go. Pull the screwdriver out, and we can see now that this rotates freely. So now we can remove this and begin the disassembly. Just need to pry up this little plate here, and once this comes off, things are going to drop inside. There we go. Now we can flip it back over and begin reassembly. So you may be thinking, why not just take this assembly that you just took off the kettle and bend that wing back down into position? Well, one of the things that happens when you take this little pin out of here, the lever, is that little tab tends to not lock in here anymore. So you could be using it, spinning it, and that lever can come out. So the repair kit, I think, is like $15 or $20. I think I paid between $15 and $20 for it. For me, that's just a better option to go. But if you can take this off, bend it back into position, get it in there and get that tab to work, more power to you. Now in the instructions, it tells you which wing they're numbered to use and which parts to put in which order. So it's very easy to follow. And we're going to start with the number 1 wing. We have to put this little tab in that has the notches that go down through the bottom of the kettle where the lever feeds through. And then the order you go in is number 2 and number 3. And this is the actual position it's going to sit in the kettle with number 1 at the back. So we're going to put this down in here, and I'm going to get this back up on a table so we can see it more clearly. So the 2 remaining parts that we have are this little retaining clip that goes on the bottom and the control lever. You just slide that retaining clip over and get your lever through the ash catcher. You might need to press down on the inside, and once you have your control lever through to the other side, you need to turn it until you hear that tab catch. There we go. Now it's locked in place. Let's get it off this table and take a look inside. So here is the inside now, nice and shiny, and it won't stay that way for long. This is that number 2 wing that was bent up. Previously, you can see it's got a nice tight seal there. In fact, as you move this, you're going to see scraping. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to have a very tight fit to the bottom. And that's really all there is to it. A couple tools, a little bit of time, and you can replace that one-touch cleaning system in the bottom of the Weber kettle really simply. So if you find that your kettle is not shutting down when you close those vents, really check that bottom vent and see those wings, see if any of them are bent up. Sometimes you can press it down a little bit and you don't have to replace it, but usually you at least need to get it off. And if you're lucky, you can just pop that handle back in and it will stay without coming out. You can get that tab back in. But I've done this 5 different times now over the course of all the Weber kettles I've had, and I've never had that just pop back in and be able to be used. I've always had to replace it. And again, it's not that expensive a repair.